Why do I always get into relationships with narcissists? Welcome to today's topic, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Coach Tobias Forst, founder of Achilles Life Coaching, decade-long recipient of narcissistic abuse, and I've saved myself from it. And I will support you on your journey to your personal freedom. So most of you will have the ongoing question over the years, why do I always attract narcissists into dating and relationship life with me? We will tackle this very question, the essence and reasoning behind it, and this will be done in 4 parts. Number 1, why will we use Maori mythology today? Second, an excerpt from Maori mythology with the protagonists Rehua and the brothers Tane and Whiro. Number 3, the concrete meaning for you of this story. How can you transport this and use this for your personal situation? What can you learn and glean from it? And number 4, last but not least, the names, their meanings and implications for your here and now. Number 1, why are we talking about Maori mythology today? This is to enable you to get distance from your own emotional thinking and refocus yourself on logical thinking. Why? Because that will enable you to engage in cartography of your own inner workings. Why do you function the way you do? Why do you feel the way you do? What are you actually looking for and searching for? Bless you. Moreover, speaking in stories using mythological excerpts is often better suited for transporting a story and a message than it is just by elaborating on text or a row of examples. Now, number 2, the story of Rehua and the brothers Tane and Whiro. You can find the names and a bit of description in the description of this video. Rehua is the name, the Maori name given to the star Antares. Antares in the zodiac sign in the sky of Scorpio. He is the keeper of the knowledge of the universe, according to Maori mythology. So Rehua sits there in the sky, and there on earth is a man named Tane, and he is a symbol for vitality. And he becomes aware of the fact that people on earth are missing something. So he engages on his star travels to find Rehua and ask him for wisdom. Rehua looks into the heart of Tane when he arrives, finds his desire genuine, and gives him 3 baskets of knowledge. Equipped with those, Tane returns to Earth and begins to share them with the people. Now there is Tane's brother Feero. He wears the red cape of rage, and he also wants to use the wisdom in those 4 baskets of knowledge. Tane is willing to share under one single condition, that henceforth Feero should live a virtuous and peaceful life. Feero refuses, and he thinks, I'll do this myself, and he also starts his journey to Rehua, into the night sky. And once he encounters this keeper of the knowledge of the universe, Rehua looks into the heart of Tane and finds that his heart is consumed by rage and wrath. So Rehua hands a 4th basket to Feero. Feero, who arrived filled with rage, receives more rage. The Maori truth of the universe is this, ladies and gentlemen. Fear creates more fear. Rage nourishes more rage. Joy brings an overabundance of joy. So whatever you send out, whatever you radiate, comes back to you manifold. Now Feero returns to Earth with this fourth basket, and the people begin to tremble in fear and start crying, because they become aware of the danger that Feero, equipped with this fourth basket, holds the seed of another war therein. But Tane intervenes and soothes the people, calms them down, and explains that it is important to realize that not only light but darkness as well are part of creation, and you have to know them both in order for us to learn from them. Darkness shall remind us of the fact that light, illuminating what is true and what is right there, can transform the world with love. Point number 3, now with having concluded the story, point number 3, what does this all mean for you, ladies and gentlemen? You're looking for truth, and you will find everything that you are looking for. And now I can sense that some of you might already feel the urge to resist, but I'm not looking for another narcissist in a relationship. Yes, this might well be what you are telling yourself, what your cognition tells you. But there is a bigger, more potent magnet inside of you that you have not dug deep enough within yourself to unearth. And that is exactly that magnet that attracts narcissists into dating and relationship status with you. You need to adopt an almost childlike, mind you, not childish, but childlike mindset. Ask why and continue asking why. Something triggers you, ask yourself why that triggered you. Yes, because of this reason. Why that reason? Because of that. Why? Because of that. And you dig as long and as hard until such a time when you find the exact point, the exact origin of why that surface level trigger actually managed to trigger you. Will this be easy? No. Every reprogramming requires a high degree of effort and discipline on your part, and most of all, repetition, repetition, repetition. Because this search of yours is on the edge of a two-edged sword. You have to know the world of Tane as well as the world of Feero. You have to learn to wield that light of knowing, of that light of being conscious, not in the sense of conscious, unconscious, well, basic, in a way, yeah, of being conscious of how you function, what makes you tick, in order to illuminate that darkness, in order to be able to see. That requires a major factor from you: complete and uncompromising honesty toward yourself. Only then can you walk your own path of deepest, purest healing. You have to open yourself beyond your own ego. What does that mean for you? You say, I want to find true love this time. But you still don't even love yourself. So what is it you attract? Somebody who doesn't love him or herself. You say things like, I want to find my soulmate, but you're still carrying envy, sadness, and rage within you. So who is it you attract? Somebody who carries envy, sadness, and rage within him or herself. You say things like, I want to have better quality people, healthy people in my life. But you still don't even know what made you attract these others all this time. And this not having changed is exactly who you attract. If you want my help with this, to sort yourself out, how you function, what you attract and why, and how you can change that, I offer one-on-one consultations. You can find my contact details in the description below. So your path, your journey, your very important journey starting now, is your path within yourself. This will unearth, you will unearth 4 aspects that are of utmost importance for you to bring to the surface, because you owe it to yourself to become a better person, and especially if you have children, you owe it to them as well. You owe it. This is now your duty. It is your obligation, ladies and gentlemen. And what 4 aspects are these? You will unearth fears that were nourished by your own inner darkness sometimes. You will unearth hurt and emotional injuries that you haven't worked through yet in all this time. You will unearth jealousy that has just always been there, out of own insecurity, a way of thinking from a position of lacking instead of abundance mindset. And number 4, it will unearth your rage that still glimmers and bursts at times within yourself. It is time for you now to peel these layers off, to expose in order to be able to let them go, to expose your own insufficiencies and your own weaknesses. Then, once you give them a name, you make them real, and you can now begin to gradually, systematically separate from them. This has a very, very peculiar and positive side effect. The more effective you become at doing this, at naming your own problems, naming your own weaknesses and insufficiencies, and start working on becoming better in those areas, and leaving them behind, it will make it increasingly harder for somebody else to put pressure on you with those aspects. They can't pressure you once you've let go of these factors, whichever your personal ones might be. So, while you are metaphorically undressing all these weaknesses and insufficiencies, you're at the same time in a process of putting on solid armor, seamless armor. This is a process that doesn't seem to be at all possible for narcissists, but this is their problem. The adults are talking now. So their problems shall remain their problems. We all have our possibilities to tackle what is right in front of us and within us. And whoever chooses for whatever reason to not do so has the right to choose to not do so, with all the consequences that ignoring reality entails. So to conclude point number 3, ladies and gentlemen, 3 more things. Insight and knowledge liberate. Radical acceptance liberates. And when it comes to finding what you're looking for, I would ask you to think about the following scene from Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, where the protagonist Luke Skywalker finds Jedi Grandmaster Yoda. And during the course of his training there, his apprenticeship, Luke Skywalker, senses a cave in the swamp and bog near Master Yoda, and Luke knows that he has to go there. And he asks his master, "What will I find there?" And Yoda replies, "Only what you take with you." So Luke takes his blaster, his science fiction ranged weapon with him, as well as his lightsaber. So Luke might think that he's not looking for conflict, but his subconscious exactly tells him that he is in fact looking for conflict. And conflict is exactly what he finds in that cave. Point number 4, ladies and gentlemen, names, their meanings and implications. Rehua, the keeper of the knowledge of the universe, a name for Antares, the red supergiant, at the center of the zodiac, the stellar zodiac sign of Scorpio, is translated as heavenly guardian. He's associated with summer, so may wisdom bring you the pinnacle of life itself. He's also associated with benevolence, joy, and entertainment. Feero, on the other hand, is associated with evil, darkness, and death. He is seen as can be translated, Feero can be translated as villain, bad person, or more concrete, bad man, in fact, rogue, and reprobate. Last but not least, Tane, man, male, husband. So what does that mean? A true, real man is searching for wisdom and development. And he aids and helps and supports others by means of competent leadership. To lead, to go first. He was the first to approach Rehua, no one else did. Feero, on the other hand, is no real mature man. He remains static. He has learned nothing. You, like I many years ago, we were more in the realm of Feero for a time, more than in the realm of Tane. And it is important to know both and to walk our own paths and get out of Feero's realm. So the only question for you I have remaining is this: what wisdom will you start looking for right now? Be your own hero and be your own heroine. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.